Hi guys, how's it going? So today's video is gonna be about my model car collection. I've been getting a lot of questions from friends, from people on Facebook or Instagram or whatnot. Where do I get them from? What are the good ones? How much do they cost? And blah blah blah. So this is just a bit of a explanation about what I have. So basically, you will have a lot of different brands. It comes down to the same thing as anything else. You have Auto Arts, you have GT Spirit, you have you have Mini Champs. The good ones are the pricey ones. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I'll start with Auto Art. Auto Art is a very decent brand. Okay. They open, first of all, your front hood, your rear boot, the doors open, the wheels turn, so on and so forth, and they're still pretty good quality. The interiors, for instance, the interior lining is made out of some type of fabric. I don't really know exactly what the fabric they use, but they try to get you as close to a real car as possible. GT Spirit and Auto are resin models. Now, resin model is basically the whole car altogether. They don't open. The wheels turn front and backwards, but they don't turn left or right. But the detail on them is very, very, very good. And the really cool thing about them is that they use the same paint that they use on the cars themselves. So when I used to receive a car, I used to open the box and fresh smell of paint comes out of the box, and it's really, really cool. For instance, one of the resin models is this one. This is a 1M made by GT Spirit. Let's see if we can focus on here. There you go. It's really, 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 really detailed to the T. Even the interiors are pretty awesome. Now, I can't really, I don't think it's gonna be able to focus. I'll try, but we'll see. This is one of my, the one before the last model that I bought. It's really, really cool. And again, let's see. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. That's a GT Spirit model. So everything's closed. The wheels turn again, but they're kind of hard to turn. But still, they're pretty cool. Front, but they don't turn left or. GT Spirit and Auto are pretty much the same thing. However, GT Spirit focuses on the more modern cars, I would say, or the more hyper cars, the 1M, the M4s. They do a lot of Porsches, Lambos, Ferraris, so on and so forth. Auto concentrates on more of a classical type of cars, like the Alpina, for instance. It's same thing. It's resin models. They don't open, they don't close. The wheels turn front to back. Detail is magnificent, and the interior, I think this one is a bit more. The interior is pretty cool. Like if you can see, you can notice the line on the seat. That's the Alpina lines. The thing is with Auto and GT Spirit, they come out with a model, and they're usually numbered. I broke a mirror there. That's all great. Yay! That's always fun. You see, you gotta be really careful with these things. I tend to break some mirrors here and there, but you can just glue them back. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, this one they made 2,000 of them, and this is 137. That's the thing with Auto and GT Spirit. They come out with their models, but they're limited, basically, and you can pre-order them before they're released. So they tell you, okay, you gotta pre-order before that month, and then if they're all sold out, they're all sold out. They won't remake any of them unless they're a really popular model, but they won't make the exact model. They change the color or whatever it is, and then if you can't get one straight off from the website, they go on eBay. But when they go on eBay, they go for way more expensive than what they originally are. They go for 150 shipped to my house usually for resin models. I'm gonna have to reglue that. As soon as they're out and they get posted on eBay, they start ranging between 200, 250, 220, 230, depending on the model as well, depending how much they made of that specific model. They're not all 2,000. For instance, some of them are made 1,000, some of them are made 500. For instance, this I think they made 1,000. This is 112. It's too heavy, I'm not gonna pick it up. Again, I'm really scared, to be honest. It's one of my pristine models that I really like, so I'm gonna keep it in there. You can maybe show you up close. It's a 112. I'll open this here. You can see the red seat belts on the inside. It's the 118 that I have. That's a mini champs. The wheels and tires are a bit not too great. I'm actually looking to get the exact same one like this from Auto Art, but in 118. This is made by GT Spirit as well. The M3 CSL is made by Auto. So is the M5 Estate. We have the E36 and the E92 DTM Champion Edition. The E36 is made by Auto. The E92 is made by GT Spirit. We have here the M5 E60 and the F10 M5. Got the GT3, which is a dealer edition as well, and the Carrera GT that's by Maisto. It was a gift from a friend of mine, Marc Hasty. Shout out to that guy. He has a really crazy ass collection, but it's all Porsches. For instance, him. He collects Porsches and nothing else. One of my really favorite models is, obviously, I think you'll guess, is this one. Mostly because I had the exact same car. Well, not the M. I had a 6 for all you guys that know me. But yeah, this is. The funny thing is, my dad had bought this model when I was almost 10 years old, I would say. And it was pretty cool when I bought my car. I found a couple on eBay and they were ranging between $1,500 to $2,000. And it wasn't even the same. Actually, no, sorry. I found one that was $2,000 in the same color. I found another one in white for $2,100. So these cars kind of go up in prices. It all depends how rare they get. These are the 2000. This is 2002, and this is a 2000. These are pretty rare as well. And that's the thing. The rarer they get, the more expensive they get. The great place is to look for them locally, wherever you're watching this video from. There's a lot of people that do these things as well. TGG, for instance. There's a lot of guys that post up their cars for sale. You can look on there. It's in the buy and sell option. You can find a lot of cars. You can find anything you want, anything you're looking for. Mostly, I would say you're gonna find Maistos and cheap stuff, but you will get some really interesting stuff. Some rare cars and whatnot. I found a couple of these on Kijiji as well. Marc Hasty's has, like, for him, it's mostly find locally. He doesn't buy as much as I do, for instance, on eBay. I bought a lot of my cars off of eBay as well. It's mostly rare stuff that I was looking for that I couldn't find locally. I just went ahead and bought them on eBay. I paid a bit more, but it's a model car that I really wanted. It's all up to you to look and see what you want, but you gotta take into consideration that this is not a waste of money, because anything that you buy you could resell either for the exact same price or for more. I bought a Boxster not too long ago. It was a Mini Champs Boxster S. I bought for $50. I sold it for 120 in the span of a week. Some people do this for a living. Like, they just buy these cars and they resell them, and that's pretty much all they do. There's a lot of stores here and there. There's one in Centre Laval next to Best Buy. There's one Auto Suggestions, if I'm not mistaken, down on I forgot the place. It's in Ville Saint-Laurent. You can look it up on Google. It'll tell you where it is. I would say try to stay in the same range or brand of what you're going after, because it can get really pricey, and they make them in a lot of different sizes as well. Like, for instance, these things. These I got from work. They're 124s. They're pretty cool. The detail on them is really interesting. They're really cool. They're cheap. They go for like $60-50 depending on the car as well. I got these from work. Some people tend to collect these because they take less space and they're cheaper. So it all depends what you're looking for. You can get them in the 124s, you can get them in the 118s, you can get them in the 112s. Now the 112s, they're not a lot of 112s out there. Like, not every brand makes the 112s. There's Auto that did this. I know the Porsche Carrera GT, you can have it in 112. I remember I saw a Z8, the James Bond edition, in 112. There's a Jaguar. I forgot the name of the car specifically, but anyways, there's not as many, basically saying, when talking about the 112. 118, it's hard not to find what you're looking for. Or at least it's hard to look for a car that's not been made. That's what I mean. It's hard, like for instance, the E36 M3 that I have in 4-door, it's made by UT Models. That was a really hard find. I bought it without a box. Another important thing is, if when you do buy these cars, keep the boxes, because the box holds half of the value of the car in itself. Some people buy the cars, they just keep the cars, they throw away the boxes. You're throwing away half of the money or half of the worth of the car right there. Keep the boxes, save them, because when the time comes and you want to sell them, it's a very important thing to have the box. If it comes with wrapping paper or whatever inside, keep that in the box as well. Try to keep the box clean, try to keep it in places where there's not a lot of humidity or whatnot, so the box doesn't end up being grossed out over the years, depending how long you keep them for sure. Take care of them, basically. You gotta be careful. As we just saw, I broke a mirror off the 8 Series Alpina. You gotta be careful with the mirrors. Now you can glue them back on again, but the mirrors and the wipers tend to fall off very easily. You gotta be careful with that. But you gotta be careful again for, as I said, the mirrors, lips, and something pretty cool that you guys can find is that there are a lot of spare parts on eBay. For instance, whether it's wheels, whether it's lips and stuff like that. Look at this. I have a 4-door E90 M3 made by GT Spirit as well, and GT Spirit does the E92 M3 GTS. Now the M3 GTS comes with a front lip. I don't know if you'll be able to see, which the E90 does not come with. See the black part on the bottom? I saw it on eBay for sale for $7 or $8. I bought it, I glued it on. It looks pretty amazing. It looks pretty cool. It's different. It doesn't really add much value to the vehicle, but I mean, it's pretty cool. I like it. It looks nice. So you can play around with these things. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. It's a lot of info to take in, I know, but I got a lot of questions here and there. Kept people asking me back and forth how, where, and what. So I figured I'd just make a video to tell you guys where to get these things. If you have any questions, any whatever, comment, like, put it down below. I'll post my Instagram and my social media stuff that you guys can follow if you'd like. I'll be doing more of these when it comes to work, anything that you guys are interested to see. As you most of you know, I work for Porsche, so if there's anything that you'd like to see from work, let me know. I'll be doing a video about a couple of our high-end vehicles that we have in the downstairs showroom, which I'll keep you. I won't tell you what. Most of you know what they are, but I'm gonna make a video, show you the cars, and talk a bit about them in the next one. So hopefully we'll keep this running, and I'll do this as much as I can, keep you guys interested and keep you guys posted on what's going on in Marc's life and his cars. Peace.